You're watching 18 News at 5.
It has been over 48 hours now since the new bail reform laws went into effect starting the 1st of this year. All judges in New York State are no longer allowed to set bail for a certain number of charges, including both felonies and misdemeanors. Since the law was proposed, many in the criminal justice system have been speaking out against it, and they are not alone. New York Assemblyman Phil Palmesano joining us on live by phone. Assemblyman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Zach, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's good to talk to you, and it's also, this has become a statewide issue. We're seeing stories every day of criminals just being released out of jail. What is your thoughts on this?
Well, it's very dangerous, quite frankly, Zach. I was proud last month to join sheriffs and district attorneys from around our region where they had a press conference to sound the alarm on these new changes to our criminal justice system that's going to make our communities less safe, more dangerous, and it's very concerning, something we should all be concerned about. Think about just some of the crimes that we're talking about. If an individual, that people should know about, if an individual burglarizes your home invasion, they can't be held for bail any longer. A drug dealer comes into Elmira to sell drugs to kids from New York City. No longer can they be held for bail. They were issued a ticket to come back to court. Like that person's never going to come back to court. They're going to go back to New York City and send the next person back. Domestic violence. People who are committing domestic violence will be released without bail and said to come back to court at a later time. And we know we've seen tragedies with domestic violence. Even second-degree manslaughter is not considered as a serious enough crime to hold someone on bail. Zach, there was a story in the local paper, one of the papers, a Democrat Albany district attorney, where he's very frustrated with the new laws, where a 29-year-old woman was killed, her throat was cut, and now this individual is being released from prison. There's no judicial discretion anymore.
Now, the legislative session, the governor is getting ready to give his State of the State next week on Wednesday. Is your conference planning to attack this or come at this as one of the top agenda items as we enter into a new legislative session?
Well, I think, yes, we have been continually critical of this policy because it's making our state less safe. And it's also more costly with the new discovery laws that come into place. It's going to be more costly for taxpayers. It's a huge unfunded mandate that's paid for by the county property taxpayers, so you're paying more dollars to be less safe. It's dangerous. You think about witnesses who that type of information may have to be provided within 2 weeks, things like that. No more judicial discretion. So not giving them the judicial discretion to keep a dangerous person or a threat behind bars. New Jersey has that discretion. Yeah. New York does not. It's like I think one of our sheriffs, Sheriff Allard, said it best. He goes, it's like you're taking the handcuffs off the criminals and putting them on law enforcement. It's a very dangerous time. It's something we should all be alarmed about, and I would encourage everyone to call, email, and write the governor and tell him to amend, delay, or better yet, let's repeal these dangerous new laws.